Hello, dear friends. I have to say, I never imagined that this would be either the time nor the way I would first speak to you after several weeks away on sabbatical. But these are barely imaginable times, are they not? There's so much I want to hear from you and so much I want to share with you, and I'll do more of that when I return after April 1st. But there are some things that I wanted to say sooner rather than later, and so I thought I would send a brief message to you all. The first thing I want to tell you is that Diane and I are well. We returned just this past Wednesday from our travels in Europe. We've begun our 14-day quarantine, and of course, we are eager to be able to move a bit more freely about East Greenwich when that comes to an end. The second thing I want to tell you is that I miss you terribly. It's been strange and difficult being away from you on a good day, and particularly strange given all that's been happening over these past several weeks. I did not need any more inducement to hold you in greater affection, but I will tell you that these months away have led to just that. I miss you terribly. Likewise, I didn't need any more evidence to know that the staff and the leadership team at St. Luke's is immensely talented and competent. But again, these past several weeks have provided me with an abundance of just that kind of evidence. I have been so impressed by the faithfulness and the wisdom of their decisions. I've been so impressed by the clarity and timeliness of their communications. It's been an amazing job that they've done. I'll say this when I return, but I want to say this right now as well. I am so grateful to all of them. I am grateful to our amazing staff, to Dante and Rodney, Christina, Tim Marnane, Christine, and Teresa, to our profoundly faithful leadership team of the vestry members, Gary and Bill, Mike, our treasurer, the rest of the vestry, and really our committee chairs, and all the way down to each and every one of you who have worked so hard to make sure that St. Luke's can continue to be the church that God calls us to be. Thank you so much for your faithfulness and your witness. The last thing I want to say to you is some of my thoughts in these particular days about what it is to be the church. You know, I think that there's no more profound and important time for us to make a witness about church to those who don't come to church, to those who are outside our doors, than times of fear and anxiety and uncertainty. I mean, we all know how wonderful it is to be a part of St. Luke's when we're celebrating joys and when we're singing and dancing and eating and laughing together. But how powerful it is to be a part of St. Luke's during these particular uncertain and anxious times. We make such a statement of faith if we show people that the Jesus we follow tells us to be not afraid. We make such a difference in the world if we can pray for not only one another, but for strangers and people far and near. And if we can help everyone see that God is alive and active and present in one corner or another. We can do this whether we come together on Sundays or not. We can pray for each other, even when we're not physically together. We can share stories with one another about how God has been active and present in our lives, even when we don't come physically together. And we can be the church that God would have us be, even when we are not physically together. I can't wait for us to be physically together. I can't wait to return to see all of you and to share the fullness of our life. But in these last few days before I am back amongst you, I want to share with you the sentiment that's on a card that is in my desk here at home. It reads, "Sometimes God calms the storm. Sometimes God lets the storm rage on and calms you." May you find God near. May you experience God's love. And may God calm you in these stormy times. I look forward to seeing you soon. God bless.